Hey everybody, Greg the Traveler here. Thanks for joining me again. I am still in Salem, Massachusetts. Today I filmed a lot of vlogs at various museums. I filmed the Salem Witch Museum, the New England Pirate Museum, the Witch History Museum, and the Witch Dungeon Museum. All very different and all have their certain creepiness factor to them. So for right now, I am heading over to a cemetery I wanted to share with you. It's, I believe, Salem's oldest cemetery, and it's right here in front of this kind of unique house I'm going to show you in a minute. But first I'm going to walk into the cemetery and show you one of Salem's oldest cemeteries and a Witchcraft Victims Memorial. So as soon as I can get over here, here it is. Alright, so let's go into the cemetery and check it out. Just wanted to capture a quick shot of the cemetery before we walk in. Just a little kind of lockdown shot. Let's go check it out. Actually, I have a perfect day for vlogging in an old cemetery. I mean, check this place out. This is so beautiful and yet creepy and mysterious in a way. I just am fascinated by these old gravestones. The fact that the people buried here lived hundreds of years ago always fascinates me. In memory of Mrs. Elizabeth Hunt, who departed this life December 31st, 1787, in the 56th year of her age. So this poor woman passed away at 56 on New Year's Eve. I wonder if she was celebrating before she passed. And this here looks like a sarcophagus. I'm gonna get over here and read, see if we can read who this is. Here lies John Turner. John Turner. If we could see what year he passed away. 1680. Let's walk down here under this giant tree. I don't know what kind of tree this is. It looks like a giant oak. I could be wrong about that. I'm no arborist. I'm no tree expert, folks. But look at this, these gravestones that are surrounding the tree. This one is leaning up against the tree as if it was moved here or placed there by someone. I'd like to know who put it there. A lot of these stones, you know, I'm not sure which side you're supposed to be reading. Oh, I guess you're supposed to be reading this side. This one says the body of Caleb Pickman. And he was only 22 when he passed away. That's very unnerving. And over here you have many more graves under this giant tree. Does anyone know what kind of tree this is? Can you tell by the leaves? Now here's another gravestone that says, "Here lies buried the body of Mrs. Elizabeth Manfield." Oh, it's continued on the next line. It says man on this line and field on the next line. Wife of Mr. John Manfield, who died the 20th, age 55. So This is just fascinating. This gentleman, Jonathan Mansfield, lived to be 74 years of age, which I imagine in 1791 when he died was quite old. Nowadays 74 is quite young. And this woman, Martha Tucker, widow of the late Captain Andrew Tucker, died November 14, 1850 at age 73. This is just fascinating to me. Graveyards, old cemeteries are fascinating places. You know, they're beautiful in a way, they're haunting in another way. And the fact that this one here in Salem is just kind of stuck in the middle of all of this urban growth and development. I mean, you have businesses, restaurants, there's a bank right over that hill. You can just imagine what this place looked like back in the 1600s, 1700s, when this was all a new field, really an untouched field, other than the fact that there were probably not too many, maybe a half dozen or a dozen graves in it at that point. It's just, you can imagine that the graves underneath the ground here are probably not much left of them, considering the fact that the giant roots from this massive tree have probably just destroyed the graves underground. Can't imagine there's much left. And this woman, Mary Higginson, died at 73. So yeah, you know, when you think about people back in the 17th and 18th centuries, you think, well, they didn't really have a long life, but many of them did. And as we continue our Greg the Traveler cemetery walking tour in Salem, we come upon this, what looks like maybe it's a family. There's a wrought iron chain gate with these, looks like stone or granite pillars. So I have to imagine that this is one or a couple families. Oh, the last name is Peel, P-E-E-L-E. So apparently this is the Peel family plot, just as I thought. Well, this woman's name was Hilliard, and she died, it looks like 84 years of age. I don't know if you can see that in much detail, but she was an older woman when she passed on. There's definitely got to be more than one person in here. Oh yeah, Dr. Basilite Joppin, a doctor and his family, are inside this tomb right here, right above ground. And I've often wondered to myself, why were these tombs above ground? Was it because they were wealthy and they can afford the tomb to be built above ground? They could afford the stonework and the whatever the material is on the top? Or was it because they were both wealthy enough to afford it and afraid of being interred underground? That's always fascinated me. What about you? You can leave a comment below. Hey everybody, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please click the link below and subscribe to my channel. And if you really liked it, then give it a thumbs up. That would be pretty awesome. You can also find me at gregthetraveler.com, and in the description below I will put links to places where you could find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all those social sites, and you can start following me there and find out where my next adventure is going to take me. For now, I'm going to leave this very cool, beautiful cemetery here in Salem, and I'm going to head over to the Salem Witchcraft Victims Memorial and do a little vlog on that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the road.